everyone, happy Thursday. Today is May 14th, 2020. Today is Blue Day of Rainbow Week, so I hope all of you are ready wearing your favorite blue outfit. I know I am. A lot of you have seen me wear this outfit to school before. It is definitely one of my favorites. I know I said yesterday green is my favorite color, but you would think blue is. I have so many blue things. I have this blue notebook, this blue Febreze that smells so good. I have this blue Brook cup, this blue candle. I have my blue pillows and a blue blanket, a blue lamp, and actually one of my favorites, this is my favorite painting. It's a painting by Vincent van Gogh. It's called Starry Night, and most of it is blue. As you can see, there are different types of blue. There are way more blue things, but those are some of the ones I wanted to show you. All right, so if you don't have your things ready, you can go ahead and get them, or you can just grab them later, but make sure you're sending us those pictures and those videos. We have loved them. All right, everyone, today is day one of a new type of poem. Before we get into that, you are going to only need a blank piece of paper, either a computer paper or a lined piece of paper, for our brainstorm and our topic today. That's all you need. When you get those things, it should be set up like this. You're gonna grab that and your pencil. In this case, I have my pen. Today is day one, which means it's a planning day. We are only writing a plan. Plans help you stay organized. They help you be clear. They are tools to help you be proud of your writing. And they help us stay organized, okay? So it's important we take in that process, because writing is a process. And writing is thinking, and we have to think first before we just go and write. All right? So go ahead and grab your materials and come back and join me. All right, you got all your things? All right, let's start. So again, just another reminder, we are not writing our poems today. We are not writing our poems. At the end of the lesson, you will be taking a picture of your brainstorm and the topic you are choosing for the poem you will write tomorrow. When are you writing your poem? Tomorrow. All right, don't rush your learning. Before we get started today, I know you're like, you keep saying before we get started, but there's just so many exciting announcements. We do have a lot of shout outs today. We have a couple people from each first grade class, actually. We have shout outs for these friends because they were creative. They used their imagination. You could tell the writing came from their heart. They wrote about one topic. Their poems made sense. They used lots of details, and you could tell that they took their time with it. So the following shout outs are for Janella, Victoria, Adrian, Nahom, Naomi, Faith, Josiah, Alexander, Malcolm, Isaac, Lewis, Marquise, Gia, and Divine. Great job, guys. We're so proud of you. Keep it up. right, without further ado, today we are learning about shape poems. Shape poems are also called concrete poems. Everyone say concrete. Concrete. Yes, concrete poems or shape poems take on the shape of the poem. Okay? The words of the poem literally create a picture, and they are about that picture. We're going to be looking and reading a few examples of shape poems. And we are similar to the day that we read about acrostic poems. We are actually going to be reading a story that helps us understand a little bit more about shape poems. Come along with me. All right, guys. This book is called Connor and Clara Build a Concrete Poem. Poetry is fun. We've been studying poetry in my class, and I really like it. You can do lots of fun things with poems, and there are all different types. You can write a poem that rhymes, but you don't always have to. And you can write about anything in the world. I especially like the way a poem sounds when you read it out loud. That's looking for that rhythm, friends. I like to write words that have fun sounds like cricket or pepper. When you write a poem, you think about how the words sound and what they mean both at the same time. We have been learning about concrete poems. Concrete poems are fun because the shape of the poem looks like what you write about. So if you want to write about a mountain, your poem looks like a mountain. I like writing concrete poems, excuse me, because I can see my words build a picture. It's like drawing with words. So fun. So that is why I think poetry is fun. I have many more poems I want to write, so I'd better get started. Clara, come here. Connor waved his hand over his head. What? I'm collecting leaves. Clara showed Connor the leaves in her hands. A red leaf and then a yellow leaf tumbled to the ground. Connor put a big smile on his face. I have the prettiest leaf you could ever find. I'll fly on the wind like a leaf. Clara threw her arms out and zigzagged back and forth. Red, green, brown, and yellow leaves flew out of her hands. She zigzagged right into Connor. Ouch! Connor rubbed his foot with his other foot. Sorry, Clara said. She grabbed Connor's hand. Where's the leaf? All my other ones flew away. Connor smiled. Close your eyes. Clara did, and Connor placed a piece of notebook paper in her hands. Clara's eyes scrunched up. Then she opened them. This isn't a leaf, Connor grinned. It's a word leaf. It's prettier than all those other leaves. Ooh, we're about to see our first shape poem, I think. Clara stamped her foot. This is just a piece of notebook paper. Now I have to collect all those leaves again. No, look, you can make your own leaf. I'll show you, Connor said. See how the words draw a leaf? Connor said, pointing to the paper in Clara's hand. You write words that talk about a leaf to make a leaf. My teacher, Mr. Mallow, calls this a concrete poem or a shape poem. So shape poems are concrete poems are shape poems. Clara's eyes opened wide. Ooh! Connor showed Clara his poem. I've drawn a star to show where my poem starts. I'll point with my pencil too. So it starts right here, guys. And notice it's a leaf, but it looks like a star-shaped leaf. I start from a little bud, then grow and grow until I'm green and big, stretching to the sun. When the air gets cooler, I start to change and turn into red or brown or yellow. Then I fall to the ground and start over again. Miss Anders is gonna X this out because I need to fix the computer. All right. Clara crumpled the paper a little by accident. I want to try it, she said. Hey, don't hurt my leaf. Connor grabbed the paper and smoothed it out. Does the poem have to be a leaf? Clara asked. Connor shook his head. No, it can be anything. Do you hear that, guys? It can be about anything. When you're brainstorming today, keep that in the back of your mind. Clara hopped and said, like a bunny, or a dog, woofed Connor. Wait, said Clara, I've got it. We could make a mountain. Connor stopped in his tracks and scrunched up his face. That's boring. But Clara shook her head. No, it's not. It takes the two of us to make a mountain. Then she stretched her arms over her head and leaned forward. Come here, Connor, make a mountain. Connor stretched his arms over his head, then leaned forward until his hands touched Clara's. We're Mount Everest! That's the tallest mountain in the world, guys, Clara said, standing on her toes. Okay, let's write it, Connor picked up his notebook and a pencil. Clara sat beside him. I have a great idea. Let's make the poem about climbing, said Clara. That sounds good, Connor said. First, let's just write down ideas. Mr. Mallow calls it free writing. Then we can make our ideas into a poem. See, guys, on this page, we're learning just why it's so important that we have to write our ideas first, writing our plan. Look at their poem ideas. Mountains, what we see, birds, deer, trees, mountain lions, clouds, what we take, backpack, snacks, hiking shoes, climbing sticks, best friend, what we do, climb, get tired, trip, stumble, rest. Now I get to be the writer and you help with the words, Clara said when they were done free writing. Connor handed her the notebook. All right, I hope you can write fast though. When they were done with their poem, they admired their work. See, said Clara, it reads from bottom to top, just like climbing a mountain. So bottom to top, here we go. Today we are climbing up, up, up a mountain. We wear backpacks and hiking shoes and carry climbing sticks. We see trees and birds and deer. When we get to the top, maybe we'll be standing in a cloud. Sometimes we stumble, sometimes we rest, but climbing a mountain is never boring when you're with your best friend. Notice how it paints a picture in your mind, like a mind movie, and it also tells a story, like talking to someone. Clara said, I like concrete poems. Connor smiled a big smile. I have an idea. Let's each write our own poem and then show it to each other. He ripped a page out of the notebook and handed it to Clara. That sounds like fun, agreed Clara. Clara and Connor scribbled and scratched and erased and then scribbled and scratched some more. As they wrote, leaves blew past them. 1, 2, 3. Too many to count. The scritch-scratch of their pencils sounded like crunchy leaves on the ground. Finally, Clara jumped up. Do you want to go first? Connor nodded. I'll read it out loud, and then you guess what shape it is in. Clara giggled. Okay. Connor read his poem. I like to scratch and sniff on the ground, and I wag my tail every time you come home. I am so happy to see you, and my whole body wiggles and my ears flop back and forth. My fur is soft, and I am always your best friend. But watch out, every once in a while I let out a huge bark, but I don't always mean it. I'm just so happy that we are friends. We need to let you know it too. Sarah jumped up and down. I know, you're a dog. Connor showed the paper to Clara. That's right. Look at the shape of the dog and notice the pencil shows where it starts. And notice, look, the bark is coming out of his mouth. Clara giggled again. Now mine! You'll like what I wrote. I even made some words rhyme. Chew, 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 chomp, 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 crumble, 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 crack. I get crunched up and chewed on and eaten to nothing. I have bite marks and scratch marks and I lose all my stuffing. I'm given to doggies when they're at the park. I'm given to doggies when they start to bark. Connor's eyebrows scrunched up and his lips twisted. Are you a dog toy? Clara grinned and said, Not exactly. Should I tell you? Connor said quickly, Wait, I'm still thinking. He plopped down in the leaves. Clara started to hum. She marched back and forth in front of Connor. Well, she said,
Finally, Connor shrugged. I don't know. Clara shoved the paper at Connor. Look, Clara said, it's a bone to stop your dog from barking. Connor jumped up and gave Clara a high five. He said, that's a good one. Clara grabbed her notebook. Instead of collecting real leaves, I think I'm going to collect word leaves. Connor nodded. We can make a whole word tree with our word leaves. Clara took out her pencil. Well, we'd better get started. You can write a concrete poem too. Concrete poems can take whatever form you want. You can rhyme, but you don't have to. The words can draw pictures or fill in the pictures. Most concrete poems look something like something, and the words describe something. Choose something you like and think about how you would write about it. For example, you could write about the sun. First, think about form. How will you draw this idea? Let's say a round circle with rays coming out. Second, where will you put the words? You can draw the sun and then put words in it, or you can draw the words so they outline the shape of the sun and the rays. Let's make the words outline the shape of the sun and come out in rays. Now you know the subject of your poem and the shape. So what do you write? Think of the sun and make a list of ideas. You can write about how the sun is hot, or that the sun stays out late on summer days, even how the sun hides behind clouds. Then take ideas from your list and fit them into your shape, like this. You can decide what shape to use and where to start and end your poem. All you have to do is write about what you like. What can you draw with words?
All right, wasn't that such a great story? All right, everyone, now we're going to do our brainstorm and our plan, so take out your paper. And I want you to think of some ideas that you can write about. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. So for your brainstorm, think about all the things you love. Okay? So I love love, so I'm going to write love, sun. What else do I love? Thinking about what you do every day and who you do it with. I love my friends. I love animals. Oh, thinking about the things I do. I love volleyball. I love dancing. I love the stars. What else do I love? I think I'm going to keep it at this for now. So this is my brainstorm and my list. Okay? And you're only choosing one. You're going to look, which one would you like to write your shape poem about tomorrow? Again, we're not doing that today. So I'm thinking which one I would love, which one would be fun, and which one do I have so much to say about that I want to share it. And I'm going to do volleyball because I've missed it. It's been a long time since I played. All right, so my topic is volleyball. I'm going to write that here. And I circled it at the top. So now you're going to write all the things that come to mind about the topic you chose. So for me, volleyball, I think of technique, which is how you play, right? Strategy. Think of the things I say during volleyball. Bump, set, spike. The positions, setter, libero, beach. Think about where I am, who I'm with, and so much fun. No worries. And as you do your free write, let yourself write everything that comes to your mind. You will choose out of this tomorrow, but let those ideas flow today. All right. And when you feel like you've got all your ideas out there, you've put those ideas and thoughts on the page, you're going to put your pencil down, look it over, see if anything else comes to your mind. Oh, I just thought of one more thing. Okay. You're going to hold on to this, but your paper should look like this. And when you're done, you're going to take a picture of this and put it on your seesaw. All right? That is part 1. That is all we are doing today. Before I let you go, I would love to share with you these 3 bookmarks that were given to me as gifts, and they are something blue. So Miss Andros loves to read books. So this first one says, "Dreams are the touchstones of our character." Okay. This one I got when I graduated high school, and I won an award for the work I did with the newspaper, similar to Miss Chrisman and what she did at college. This one says, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams." And both of these are actually, they are quotes and sayings from the same person, Henry David Thoreau. And what that means is you should believe in your dreams and make them happen. And actually, my third one, I didn't even realize it, is Henry David Thoreau as well. And it says, "Be true to your work, your word, and your friend." And this one was the first one that my mother gave me when I first got into book reading, and she gave it to me for my birthday. So I want you to keep that in mind as you guys are sharing your thoughts today and being poets. All right, that is all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.